Hi everyone, welcome to Big Tiny Dreams. This is Joni. In case I haven't said it yet, Happy New Year to you all. I know I didn't say it in this video yet till just now, but I don't remember if I said it in other ones. But anyway, yes, we still have our Christmas tree up. We didn't get to put it up till much later, like right before Christmas. And we love the Christmas tree. So we're like, you know what, we're just going to keep it up. It might be up till March. Who knows? We just think it's so beautiful. Anyway, I thought I would do this video about New Year's resolutions. Now, I know some people give up on the idea of that all the time because, like, I fail all the time anyway. So, like, why? I say I'm going to do this or I set this up. You're just setting yourself up for failure. But I'm the type, yeah, I may fail, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying. And hopefully, maybe this year will be the year that my trying pays off. We shall see. I made a list of my resolutions and I left them over there. So hang on a moment and I'll go get them. Okay, I am back. Anyway, I don't know, how many people are new to the channel. I think there's a lot of new people that aren't subscribers. If you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, I'd greatly appreciate it. But anyway, way back when I first started my channel, I talked about some of the things briefly that I've gone through, but not everybody may be aware of some of the things that have happened in the past 5 years. And so I guess that's why 2025 is really significant for me. Although there may be a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, I can't control everybody else and what everybody else does. I can only work on me. So maybe that will help, in the world. If I can make a difference in me, then maybe it can help make a difference in somebody else. I don't know. But anyway, 2025 is significant because it'll be 5 years since everything went down. The pandemic that started in March of 2020, at least as far as I know, I think that's around the time things were like really hot and heavy. And that's when I found out, or actually our daughter found out that her dad was cheating on me. And I know that's not the nicest topic to talk about, but it's the truth. And we were all stuck together in the house because of the pandemic. It was really hard. There were some crazy things going on. And, we tried to do a lot of talking with her dad to, get him to, I don't know, think about what he was doing. We actually tried to give him opportunity, but he chose, to go the other way. So we decided, okay, well, he's going to have to leave. So I guess it was about 1.5 years into everything that we asked him to go ahead and leave. And now it's just me and 2 of my kids. And my kids are young adults, but we've got the house we're still trying to pay on. But everything's falling apart with it. So I had actually been, and this is part of where the name Big Tiny Dreams came from. I've been looking into tiny homes for years now, never thinking that, or, not stopping to consider, oh, maybe you want to live in that. I just thought they were really cute, and I just always had a fascination and interest. And now that I'm in the situation that I'm in, or we've gone 5 years, and we can't afford to upkeep this house, me and the couple of kids that are here, we've discussed selling the house and hopefully having enough equity to get a tiny home. Me and my daughter want to live together, and my other kid wants to go do their own thing. So hopefully I'll have some money to give them a little bit to get on their feet. That's what our goal is anyway. So that being said, the past 5 years, and it might have been, I'm sure there are a lot of people it's been hard for because of whatever you might be going on with your situation, your family situation, or you might have a great family situation. And if so, that's fantastic. I'm happy for you. We've had a rough 5 years, I'll say. But all that being said, we do try and stay positive through it all. One of the things I've said is, if I wasn't laughing, I'd be crying, and I'd rather be laughing. I started saying that because, people we work amongst at our job are kind of surprised when they hear the things that our family's been through. And me and my daughter still laugh and cut up and, joke around. But that's our way of dealing. If we didn't have humor about stuff, then, we'd be down and out on the floor in tears all the time. So fortunately, we have our sense of humor. We have a strong faith that, and hope and things like that, that help get us through. So on to the resolutions. Now that I've gotten all that out. Anyway, I want to get, one of the main things I've thought of is, being I went through what I did, I went through therapy for about a year, and it's been hard having to learn to love myself, because that's where a lot of problems can come from, believe it or not, is not loving yourself and caring enough about yourself. Turns out that I've dealt with PTSD because, I'll be honest, turns out what I went through with my husband would be more like narcissistic personality disorder. And how I came up with that is actually my daughter sent me a video about narcissism, and she's like, "Mom, that's Dad." And it hit me like, wow. Then realizing I've been gaslit for so many years, trying to get through that. It's been a few years. He's since passed on, unfortunately. I tried to actually help him in the end because I still cared about him. I know I could never be married to him again or whatever after what all he'd done and wasn't trustworthy. And I know, he gaslit the whole family and turned us all against one another. There's a part of me that still cared about him just on a level of a human being. And I tried to get him help when nobody else cared. And he ended up dying, unfortunately. So even though, the kids went through a hard time with how he treated everyone, it's still horrible to lose a parent, and even your ex-spouse. It was really sad. So why I went back into that after saying I'm going to get into the details of my resolutions. I just wanted to kind of give y'all an idea of how I came up, I guess, with my resolutions. Because it's been 5 years since all that started. And when everything was found out about my husband, and it was always our daughter, unfortunately, our anniversary, 28-year anniversary was just like 2 weeks away from when everything happened. And I mean, everything happened at the same time, finding out about his cheating, and then, the pandemic and all that. So, and it was about a year and a half before, maybe not quite a year and a half, a little over a year before we actually got him out of the house and living with somebody. And then we tried to pick up the pieces and make it on our own. So with all of that, we feel like we need a change. This house we lived in or live in now was his parents', and then it was ours. And there's a lot of memories here. Not all memories were bad, but there were a lot of bad ones. Even in the town I'm in, having to drive to the doctor or somewhere, I see the storage shed that I had to, because I was one to make the effort to like, okay, we're getting a storage shed and start moving your things into it so you can get ready to move out. And so I helped him do that. And I'll drive by that and all the memories hit me. There's so many things that remind me of everything here. And same with our kids. And we just want a fresh start. And we want a place we don't have to worry about the upkeep. Now, my husband had been a pastor, and he did remodeling on the side. And we were starting to remodel the house in the middle of everything. And there's so much left undone. Now, I helped a little bit. Like when tile was being put down, I'd come behind and, wipe down the grout or whatever. But there's some things I don't know how to do, or I'm not going to do when it comes to electricity or something. So I have things, left out everywhere. That's kind of undone. And you might notice that in my cooking videos, my cabinets look awful because he started to spray them. And then I think in the end, he just didn't care, which, makes sense. So not everything was done right. And me and the kids are so over it. We're like, it's just too much. So after all the years of looking at tiny homes, we're back to looking at tiny homes and maybe going, or most likely going to a different state. We just don't know where yet. So if any of you out there in this little community of mine know of places to put a tiny home. I've thought about, an inexpensive piece of land that isn't like too much out by itself, because I don't want to be that far away from modern conveniences. But I like living where, you feel like you're in the country, but you can go down the road or a little bit and there's, whatever, a store or, doctors or whatever. So, which is kind of how it is here, although I am close to the big city. So if anybody's aware of a good tiny home community or a little piece of land here or there, hey, let me know in the comments. I'd greatly appreciate that. Me and my kids both. So that being said, I keep saying that. I know I say that a lot. You'll have to excuse that. But that being said, one of the things on my resolution or goals, whatever, for this year, is even with my channel, well, we've been gradually replacing one tire at a time on my car. We can't really go too far. And I think I need one more tire to get. So once I'm able to afford to take care of that, we want to drive, not too far, but a little bit of distances to film some tiny homes. There's some tiny home places and RV places, because for some people a tiny home is a nice RV. I've actually lived in a camper before, but it wasn't that great. But there's some that are really nice that I'm like, I could totally live in that and be just fine. And one thing I learned after living in a camper is you really don't need all the stuff you think you need. Because for one, we couldn't fit it in there, and we just brought what was important to us, and we ended up selling off a lot from our storage shed after that. So, and as far as that goes, I know that when we do go tiny, I'm going to have to go through and get rid of more things, which is one of the things on my resolution list. I've actually been talking with a tiny home builder. They're going to call me again this month. The only thing is, even though I think I might find a tiny home I want, I just don't know where I'm going to put it. But that I'm still looking into. So I'm planning on maybe taping off some areas in my house according to measurements from the tiny home I'm interested in. And let's see what we can fit in it, and then figure out what to do with all the rest. I know there's a lot I'm going to be getting rid of. And I started, like, when I started this channel, I did a couple of videos going through things, and then I kind of stopped. So I will probably do some more videos like that, share the process of me downsizing more. Another thing I want to do, back to see how I skip around. I think I've like ADHD or whatever that's called, because my thoughts bounce continually. So I'm in the middle of talking about one thing, thinking about another. So you'll have to forgive me on that. But what I wanted to go back to, as far as what we went through with my husband and all, I went through therapy. My daughter's going to see a therapist. We want to get our health together, kind of like the mind, body, spirit thing. I want to get all that together. I want to pick up my pieces, kind of like Humpty Dumpty, except I'm picking up my own pieces, and just, I know I've gotten stronger. I want to be even stronger than I was before, and confident again, and just go out there and tackle things and not be scared, which that's a hard one for me, because I've had a lot of fears, and it's hard, after being married almost 30 years and going through what I did, it's hard to turn around in a whole new direction and tackle something yourself when you're used to having a partner there with you, mulling over decisions and whatnot. So I've got to be strong. So that's one of the things on my list. So I'm going to work on preparing to try and sell my home. And I probably won't get as much as I need, unfortunately. Now I'm hoping that I can get enough to do what I need to do, but there's so many things that need fixing. I don't know how that's going to go. So any of you that are into, prayers and, thoughts and prayers, whatever, I need all of that to, in hopes of getting enough to be able to take care of me and my kids. That is my goal. Another thing, this might surprise some of you guys. I'm 56 years old. We'll be 57 in July. And I'm kind of odd in the fact that, well, I say I am, it may not be that big a deal, but I haven't met too many people my age that are into computer gaming and things like that. There might be a few of us out there that are a little bit nerdy. But I actually have already created another YouTube channel, but I haven't put anything on it yet. And maybe you'll be surprised to hear what it's going to be. But I used to play a game called The Sims. Years ago, when we went through some hard times, I found The Sims, the original first one. I say the original, I mean, it wasn't like a signed copy or anything, but it was one of the very first computer games that they put out. It was called The Sims. I found it at a yard sale for $5, and I thought, why not? I'll try it. I had a computer, and that was it. It was my escape from when things got rough. Hold on, I hear somebody talking. Oh, FedEx is here. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm back. That was a delivery from Walmart. I'll tell you about that here in a minute. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Where did I leave off? My mind goes all over. Oh yeah, starting a different YouTube channel. I want to start one called, it's called Sim Gone Wild. I know that sounds strange, but I kept hearing because I had to sign up, create a login for EA Games, and every name I came up with is taken. It's taken. And it was, you could probably guess what time or of in the last century was going on for me to come up with that name. I kept seeing commercial after commercial. That was back in the day of infomercials. I don't know if they still have those because I don't have cable anymore. I just do streaming. But there was commercial after commercial after commercial of Girls Gone Wild, and it just made me sick. So I just came up with Sim Gone Wild. I know it could sound bad, but Anyway, I actually I recorded a scenario of me playing one of the Sims games. They have like these challenges, and I must have spent, I don't know, an hour or two of gameplay, not necessarily all at once. I recorded the whole thing. My daughter helped me download software for recording it and all, but the audio didn't come out right. And I didn't figure out how to change it. And I thought, forget it. I'll work on that channel later. I'm going to get this one going. So I'm still trying to work on this one, but one of my New Year's resolutions is to get the other one going and start doing something with it. And I'm not adding it on this channel because I'm like, there may be some of y'all that want to watch stuff like that, but I'm guessing a lot of y'all could care less about, watching me play a game. But I love playing games and stuff. I don't do it all the time, but I play a lot on my tablet, a PC game that my daughter found that someone had made it for the tablet. I like it because it doesn't try to get you to buy more things, because like Candy Crush or Township, which I play as well, they kind of set it up where you can't go any further unless you buy something. And I get tired of that model. So I like a game. I'd rather pay for the game and just play it as long as I want and never have to buy anything for it. So anyway, that's one of my resolutions there. Another one, along with the mind, body, spirit thing, I want to join, me and my daughter are talking about joining the YMCA. It's not too far from us, and it's really nice. And the only thing is, I got this really bad shoulder, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much upper body work, but my lower body needs a lot of help. So maybe I could do that. And they have an indoor swimming pool, so I can always try and swim. But I've been trying to figure out, okay, if I put my stuff in a locker and I can't swim with my glasses on, and I can't see good without my glasses, I'm not sure how that's going to work, how I'd get back in my locker. Maybe if I did one with a key. But then I got to read the number that it's on. I guess I'll just have my daughter there to help. I don't know. But anyway, that's one of my resolutions. And one of the last ones before this video becomes an hour, I want to, crazy as it seems, I'm thinking of writing a book. My only concern is I'll start writing a book and forget what I wrote in the first chapter and repeat myself in all the other ones. And so basically it'll be, 15 chapters of the same chapter. So because I'm like that, people could say it's an age thing, but I've always been like this. I can't remember sometimes what I've just done, but I can remember things that happened when I was 3 years old. So who knows? But maybe there's a way of writing a book that, I don't get lost in it and can, remember where I left off and without having to, because my thing is, do I have to read the whole book again to try and pick up where I left off? I don't know, but some of the things that have happened in my life, I've had people be just astonished or like, wait, what? That, I can't believe that happened, It's like you can't make this stuff up. Now, I will say, I know there's a lot of people that have had some really hard times too. And I'm not saying my life is so much worse than what, anybody else has been through. I just know this is my, things that have happened to me and my family are my story. And we'll see. We'll see if I'm able to, I guess I'm always able, but we'll see if I get to that. Maybe I at least start, doing an outline and getting thoughts down. And that's one of the things I want to do. Another thing I've thought about doing, I don't know if I'll do it this year or not. I would really love to do a podcast. I just don't know on what yet. I would love to do one where, I get to talk with different people. I don't think it would be fun just me by myself doing a podcast. It might be boring. But if I could either find someone to do one with or be able to have guests where we're, talk about different topics, I'm not sure what that would look like or how that's going to go. But that's something I would like to do because I have been known to talk a lot, in case y'all hadn't noticed. So that's one of the last ones. Let me see. It seems like there was something else I was going to add to that. Well, I can't think of it right now. It probably already left my mind. But yeah. Oh, I was going to show you what I got in the box before we go. Let me open it up. This. Oh, no, I do remember now what I was going to say. So, now, I'm not in a position yet to do merch. I don't have a lot of fans or whatnot. But I would like to design some things with my logo on it in case any of you guys are interested. I had a lot of fun designing the logo and the name for my channel. And I thought it'd be neat to do some mugs, maybe some t-shirts, or some other things. Maybe I could create them like on Redbubble and put a link if anybody's interested. Also, I want to design a calendar, like I say a calendar, like a planner book. Maybe it could be downloaded or something with the logo on it, design it around that. But have things in it that people might want to keep track of as well. So that's one of the things. Now, of course, we're at the beginning of the year. People probably already got their calendars now, so it might not be for till next year, but maybe I'll work on designing it this year. So back to my box. This box, I don't know if I told you, I had to stop the video because I heard talking and I said, FedEx is here. I had ordered something through Walmart because during the holidays, I didn't have a whole lot to spend, and I bought, the few things I could for meals and my kids here with me. But there was this blanket that it's kind of a throw, but it's supposed to be like a big throw that matches a pillow. I have like a spotty pillow on my bed that's like a really soft pink. And I saw this blanket as I'd be working at Walmart and keep walking by like, I want to get that blanket. I want to get that blanket. It was only like $12.96, but I kept putting it off to where we didn't have it anymore. And then they had something else and had other things in its place. And I thought, oh, I'll never get it. But then I thought, I'm going to go on Walmart online, see if I can find it before they stop selling it. And I found it. And not only that, I still get it's not a huge discount, but I get my 10% employee discount. So I'll show y'all what it looks like because I'm excited. It is so soft. Oh, there we go. I put my sticker on it. This is what we do when we pick things. I'm a digital personal shopper. This might be with like what's called SFS, ship from store. So I've worked in that department as well. And when you send someone to pick the items, they'll put the sticker on the item, and then the person that packs it. Sometimes we end up leaving the sticker on. Sometimes we take it off. So that's my sticker. Anyway, This is my blanket, y'all. What do y'all think of that? I think it's so pretty. I have as I said, a body pillow that matches this. I have a blanket from Costco that has some pink in it. I still want to eventually get like a quilt. Let me untie this and see how big it is. I still have like I want to get a quilt for my bed. I found one on Amazon, but I'm not buying it just yet. But there's little plastic thingies here. Let me see if I could cut it without cutting my blanket, because I don't want to ruin my blanket. Hold on. There we go. There we go. I think I got it. Let's see how, oh, this is so soft. It's just the throat. Look, it's kind of velvety on one side and nice and pink on the other. Oh, there's my microphone covering up. It has gotten a little chilly again. Look at there. I'm covering my microphone again. Anyway, it's so soft. I love it. And I love pink. It's weird because I love pink, but I also love red. So I told my daughter, I said, I don't know what to do, how to decorate our tiny home. I like French country, but I also like modern farmhouse. So she says, well, why don't you do your room in the French country and the rest of the house in modern farmhouse? So that might be what I do. Anyway, you guys, I just want to say Happy New Year again. Those are my resolutions. Hey, let me know if y'all have some resolutions that y'all are going to do this year. I know, as I say, a lot of people don't anymore, but I'm going to try, and I keep saying this, emphasis on the word try. And I'm not going to, beat myself up if I fail. It's kind of like when I used to do Weight Watchers. They're like, if you get a flat tire, are you going to say, oh, well, I guess I'm not going to drive anymore because I got a flat tire? No, you're going to fix it and you're going to drive again. And guess what? You may get another flat tire. Or like me, you have 4 tires to replace. You do one at a time. And you don't stop going because you can't. Now, I don't go far because I have bad tires, but I have to get to work. I still have to survive and function. So, yeah, if you fail, get up and keep going, and you might stop and say, you know what, that's not the thing I really wanted after all. I think I want to do this. It's okay to change your mind, do something different. As my mom used to say, or I don't know, it wasn't my mom that used to say, I think I used to say this to my kids, once you learn better, you do better. I'm sure somebody famous somewhere might have said that too. But you know better or different, then, you do something different. Anyway, I know I'm rambling. Anyway, you guys be blessed. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, I'd appreciate that. It surely helps my channel. And guess what? It doesn't cost you anything. If you like free stuff, I know I do. And, hit the subscription bell, the little bell icon that's kind of next to it. It gives you notifications every time I put a video out. And yeah, you guys be blessed. Have a happy new year. Happy all through the year. Anyways, bye guys. Real quick, I forgot to mention, I think I did, one of my New Year's resolutions is I'm trying to cut out sugar. Emphasis again on trying. There will be some things I know that have sugar, like my vitamins have sugar because I can't take the big hard pills or whatever. I feel like I'm being punched in the stomach. I can't digest them. So I have to do the gummy ones, and they happen to have some on sale at Costco. So I do those. But I bought that coffee creamer that doesn't have sugar in it and has all natural sweetener. It's allulose in it. So I'm going to be trying as hard as I can to cut out sugar. That's my New Year's resolution on top of all the others. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that in. Bye.